I automated 80% of my YouTube workflow and cut 2 hours of admin work per video down to just 30 minutes using only 5 tools that cost $60 a month. Most YouTube creators spend more time on project management, file handling, and publishing tasks than actually creating content, which is exactly why I was burning out while managing my own channel. Today, I'm peeling back the curtain on the exact automation architecture I built to solve this. The same framework I've used as a developer for 10 years, and now as CEO of Wildfire Growth AI, I help businesses between $2 to $10 million scale faster through automation and custom software development. You'll see the complete workflow diagram, which tasks to automate versus to keep human, and how to set this up for your own channel. And look, before we dive into this mermaid chart, if you want to follow along and get the complete architecture to hand to your developer, just join our free community at school.com/AIOps. The link is in the description. You'll get the exact template, the tool connections, and everything that I'm using currently. Now let me show you the diagram that maps out every single step, because here's what hit me. I spent a week manually checking which videos were posted because someone forgot to move a card in our Kanban board. And one tiny human error just cost me like a full week. And that's when I realized we needed to eliminate human error from everything except for the creative work. I know it's a bold claim, but stick with me. So let's start with the money you're probably burning right now. I have 9 phases here on this chart. We'll start with ideation and setup. That's creating the video idea, approval, setting up the project structure, script writing, that's the actual writing, reviewing and approving that script, production, recording the actual video content, editing, creating final video and thumbnail, validation, that's the URL validation and file checking, the human review, final quality check before you actually publish. Then we have uploading to YouTube, that's publishing processes with metadata as an example, distribution and analytics, cross-posting and scheduling analytics, and lastly, this is performance tracking, pulling metrics and flagging high performers. I won't talk about your business, but for me, I calculated that I'm currently making around 38 videos per month. So that's like 30 shorts and 8 long form video. And I was essentially spending about $2,000 in admin work for those videos because I'm paying someone $30 an hour to help me do this part-time. And these tasks aren't even creative. We're talking like just moving files around and updating spreadsheets. And then not counting when things actually go wrong, like when your editor uploads to the wrong folder or someone forgets to publish on time, or, and this is my personal favorite, when you realize 3 videos somehow never made it to YouTube because someone was sick that week. Okay, so this is just a demo of the diagram, the architecture of this YouTube automation. So essentially this has been broken up into 9 phases. So phase 1 all the way to phase 9 over here, which is performance, right? So let's start all the way at the top. So we have the ideation and setup over here. So this is human in the loop, right? So we have a new video idea, we add it to Airtable. Once the idea has been approved, then you continue on. It updates Airtable, which triggers a Google Doc, a Slack channel, and the appropriate drive folders. So just imagine that the script idea has been created, which means that we need a place in our project management tool, which is Slack for here. It also creates the appropriate Google Drive folders, and then it will save those URLs as well. So just keep that in mind, it will save it. So the writer notified via Slack. So the writer goes in and starts writing the script, right? So writer updates Airtable. So the status now is script complete. And it detects the change, notifies the reviewer. The reviewer has to go in and say, okay, this is approved or not approved. So of course, if it's no, then the feedback goes back to the writer. But if it's yes, then we update the Airtable, right? So now we're in recording. So most of this is human in the loop so far, except for those like certain like triggers, right? Those end-to-end triggers. So we have the production. So we record, we upload the raw footage to just say Google Drive, and then we update. We can actually have this automatically trigger once a certain folder has the update. But for now, we're just like, okay, just say that we just do this manually. We update Airtable. Now the status is editing, right? So end-to-end notifies editor after this trigger with footage links. So it looks at the URL. So editor downloads the raw footage, editor creates the final video and thumbnail, editor updates both to the Google Drive, the editor posts URL to Slack, right? The N88 Slack monitor detects the URL and then starts to extract those URLs. So it's going to check to see if it's a valid URL or not. And if it is, then it continues to move on. So now we're getting into more of like the automation piece, right? So N8N sends to video approvals, reviewer reviews video and thumbnail via the Google Drive. So if everything looks good, then we go on to this piece, which is we update the Airtable, approve for upload. And this right here, upload workflow triggered. It downloads the video and thumbnail from the Google Drive, then it prepares it. So an AI agent will come in here and prepare your metadata and the tags and all the other things, maybe like an optimized title as well as your description, right? So this would all be templated, and that would be like, this would be the first intelligence layer that we see. Then we'll move on to upload the video via the YouTube API. Was the upload successful? Yes or no, right? So it's gonna set the thumbnail, it's gonna set the metadata and tags, schedule the post. So in my example here, it will upload the video to private because I just want to make sure that everything was created properly before I flip the switch finally to say actually publish. But we can also just have it published directly too. That's also something that we can do. After it actually does get published, we do get a YouTube URL. The URL gets updated and sent out to everyone. It's like, hey, we just published the video. Here is the link to the video. And then it would trigger a social media cross posting. So I don't have it detailed here, but if we wanted to promote like a post, send out to Instagram and LinkedIn and wherever else, saying, hey, we have a new video out, go check it out. And that would also have like an AI agent layer as well. But let's just say that the video is live, right? The video is live. What we're doing now is the performance layer right here. N8N schedule workflow runs. It's going to pull the YouTube Analytics API, like just say every day, every week, every month, whatever you want to do with it, right? And then those metrics are going to be available now in Airtable. This is what I think right here, performance above target. So if the performance is above target, then it could be flagged to be special now. It could go into its own other pile, its own other filter where we can say, oh, can we make shorts from this? What about it is unique? Maybe we can extract the hook. Maybe we can extract the topic. So if we just had a database filled with all the most successful links to our YouTube videos, then we can have essentially another AI agent look through all of our material, our transcripts for our strongest performers, and then we can create a strategic layer that basically says, hey, these are the ones that actually perform the best. You should do X, amount of videos about this topic using or this hook strategy, et cetera, et cetera. So if you just had the data in one place, you can also build on top of this simple automation to do something even greater. And that is the demo that I have for you today. So here's the 5-tool stack. First, we have Airtable, which is about $20 per user. And this becomes your single source of truth. That's every URL, every status, every metric lives right here. N8N, it's free if you self-host. And this is the brain that's connecting everything. Then we have Google Workspace. You probably already have this or use this. Slack, which has a free tier, which works perfectly. And then lastly, we have the YouTube API, which is completely free. And that's it. No frame.io at $30 a month, no Monday at $50 a month, no Buffer at $100 a month. So you're basically saving a whole bunch right there. Just a word of advice, don't try to automate everything, just don't. Try to keep these 3 things human, which is idea approval. This is your strategy. Like a robot can't really decide if a video is good or aligns with your goals. 2, your final video review. I tried automating this and it cost me credibility when a weird edit went live, so not a good look. Everything else, let the machines actually handle that. Like the file moving, the status updates, the publishing, analytics pulling, that kind of stuff can be completely automated. And here's the beautiful part. You can actually build this entire thing in just a couple of days. First, create your Airbase base, then set up N8N. There are just like 5 workflows: Slack monitor, file validator, YouTube uploader, analytics puller, and status update. Now, here's where it gets interesting for business owners. This system automatically pulls your YouTube analytics and calculates actual ROI. So these are not vanity metrics. So these are really cool for your future videos. Cost per video, revenue per video, which topics actually drive leads. It even flags high performers for repurposing into shorts or email content. You get a dashboard that actually tells you this video costs $847 to produce, and generated $3,200 in attributed revenue. So that's the actual kind of data you can pull if you have a system like this. And look, I run a small shop with a relatively small budget, and if I can save like 16 hours for all of the videos of the month, imagine what your business can benefit from this kind of system. The entire architecture and design of this project is all on our free community at school.com/AIOps. Just hand over to your developer or ops person and they can actually build this out. And if you want to see how we apply the same kind of thinking for other business types, we're talking like sales pipelines, customer onboarding, whatever's eating up your time. That's what we do at Wildfire Growth AI. But just start with this. Get your content operations automated, stop paying people to do the robot work, and let me know in the comments what processes you want to automate next, and maybe I can create content off of that. Thank you.